Yes, I am. Okay, so if you guys aren't aware, the referees screwed over BYU against Utah, the biggest rivalry, I think, in the nation. I mean, maybe it's just me, BYU fan talking. But that was horrible. That was the undoubtedly worst officiated game I'd ever seen. Evil. Oh yeah, before I forget, shout out to Dylan, who's supposed to be watching this video. I mean, I have a theater with you tomorrow, so I will make sure you do. But shout out to you if you are watching this. But back to my rant about evilness. Evil. Evil. Okay, so let me just give you the rundown. BYU's up 14 in the in second half, halfway through almost. This is where it starts to get bad. So, let's see. I don't even remember which ones happened first, but some of the worst charging / blocking fouls I've ever seen were called. And, ugh, I'm just so pissed. I don't even have words. Other than, referees suck. Utah clearly cannot shoot threes. They made 4 the entire game. And number 3, Timmy Allen is a freaking punk. Honestly, imagine growing a flower out of your hair, pretty much. That's what it looked like his head is, flour. And being, okay, so at the end of the game, it goes to overtime. Utah didn't lead until in overtime. So, one of the worst charges I'd ever seen called in BYU's last possession. So, that was stupid. But then he's over here, yeah, let's go, hyping up the crowd. And I'm like, what a moron. I mean, I get he's excited. So, maybe you don't think this is a punk thing now. But let me go back, 3 different times in the game. He got a layup that, I mean, he made it. Good. Sure. Good for him. Yeah. They called a foul, though, on all 3 of these that I'm talking about. When the BYU player went directly up, straight up, vertical. This is legal. Also, one of them, so on 2 of them, they went up. One of them, he literally just stood there, not in the restricted zone. And they called a freaking blocking foul. He just stood there like this. He was waiting for him. The Timmy Allen guy is an idiot, so just go around him next time. But, he just ran into him pretty much out of control. Or no, that was a different one, but he just rammed in. Yeah, now I'm seeing it. He rammed into him, made the layup. It wasn't a hard layup because he was just standing there trying to draw a charge. He drew a charge, but no. It was a blocking foul, one of the worst calls I'd also ever seen. Also, another one. Utah has the ball on the, if you're a player on the left side of the key, dribbles around, just completely out of control, and just turns a corner and rams into a BYU player who's standing there again, not moving at all. Completely out of control, and it's a freaking blocking foul. He wasn't moving, so that's a charge anyway. But the fact that he was out of control, even if he was moving, it should have been a charge. But no, because the referees are garbage. The referees are complete, absolute trash. And okay, so another reason I'm pissed. I made these really cool things before the game yesterday, and it should have come true. Look at this, though. I was going to go hand these out to all the Utah fans in the school. It's probably backwards for you, but let me just read it to you. It says, BYU. Beat you Utes. Yes, I came up with that by myself. I did not have help coming up with that. I did all by myself in 4th grade, so that's why I'm all proud of it. I came up with this, and honestly, BYU had complete control of the game. Utah didn't have a lead until overtime, and the only reason they were in overtime was these garbage calls. Also, towards the end of, maybe 2 minutes left in the second half, there was literally a Utah player that stood in there for at least 10 seconds in the, the restricted area. Or not the paint. He stood in the paint for at least 10 seconds. No 3-second violation when the BYU guy... Normally I'm not one to complain about 3-second violations because there's one literally almost every play. It's more like 5 to 7 seconds now, but... So normally I'm not one to complain about these. But whereas he wasn't in there... Well, okay. Let me back up. I'm not usually one to complain about them. The only criticism I have on the refs and calling them is that they never call them. It's so inconsistent and always comes at the worst time. But, so that's my only complaint about it. But this is the first time I've been complaining about it actually being called. The BYU guy, he wasn't even in there for 3 seconds. And they called it. What the frick? These refs are garbage. I'm not joking. I'm telling you straight facts. Also, my finger looks a lot bigger than I remember it. Maybe because I freaking jammed it playing basketball. I can move this one down, not this one, because it's jammed. But, of course, I have a basketball game on Saturday, so that's nice. You probably couldn't even hear me. But, these refs are garbage. Complete, absolute, stupid people. And I'm not saying that, lightly just through a point. The refs have always had. NCAA hates BYU. They give out literally the dumbest suspension in NCAA history to our best player. And 9-game suspension for literally a paperwork issue. They were suspending him for not filling up. So he was going to declare for the draft. He came back to college for another year. Apparently that's a penalty now. You're getting suspended from that. Ridiculous. And he's not just our best player. He was third in the Power Forward Award of the Year voting thing. He was third in the entire country. Third best power forward in the country. And that's including Zion in front of him. Zion Williamson, you heard of that guy? So in a normal year, he's second. But he was third last year. And he's suspended. So maybe he won't even get picked because, scouts are going to be like, well, he was suspended, so maybe he did something bad. Because some NBA scouts are just stupid and don't look into things. But, so why they have a job, I really don't know. But, anyway, so they hate us from the start. Then they always give us the worst refs in the world. I mean, I've seen so many bad calls and been pissed about so many bad calls. They just don't do anything. It's just pathetic. NCAA is so dumb. Ugh. But, yeah. NCAA is stupid. Retarded ridiculousness. Stupidity. Evil. Already said that. But evil. Evil. I'm laughing because it's so evil. Actually, no, they're the ones laughing because it's evil. But evil. Freaking evil. Can't begin to describe how evil it was. You guys just need to watch it, and you'll agree with me that was a horribly officiated game. So now BYU's lost. Well, let's see, if there are 3 losses this year... 3? 4 losses. One of them was to Kansas, so I'm kind of considering it 3, because, I'm not expecting a win versus Kansas, because they're good. That was in Maui. By the way, BYU came in 3rd without our best player, number 3 power forward in the country. We came in 3rd in the Maui Invitational, ahead of Michigan State. You might be saying, well, Michigan State just had a bad game in the first round when they lost, so that's why they were ahead. Sure, maybe that's true, but then we ended up beating the team that beat them. Yeah. Refs are better than Michigan State. Not exactly what I'm saying. If we played, it'd be a good, close game. Not sure who I'd pick. Maybe my biasm. Biasm? Maybe I would pick BYU. Maybe I'd pick Michigan State. I don't know. It really depends on where I was played, to be honest. But so BYU is a good freaking team. So 3 losses to unranked opponents, I'll say. One of them was our fault, San Diego State. We should have won that. We couldn't get an offensive rebound. So that was on us. Boise State, stupid game. Refs didn't help. I mean, they're not supposed to help. They definitely made things worse, but it wasn't complete garbage. Like, you expect a few bad calls in a game. Maybe not that many bad calls, so I'll say a half a game. So BYU just kind of died against Boise, but in overtime, by the way. But so then Utah, which was 100% ref's fault. So BYU's lost 1.5. So you can say 1 or 2 games without our best player. BYU's lost 1 or 2 games. Okay, 2 or 3 games without our best player. Number 3 power forward in the country. That's insane. And maybe we wouldn't have lost to San Diego State, because guess what? He's a great rebounder. If he stays healthy, which he got hurt in the Utah game, so that's kind of terrifying. But if he stays healthy, he's on pace to break BYU's all-time rebounding record. He's not a bad rebounder. He's a good rebounder. So, yeah. We probably wouldn't have even lost that. So I'll say we would have lost. We would have lost 1 game, and we would have put a fight up against Kansas, because Yoli would have gotten 1 extra point, I bet. Or, like, scored a singular point in the entirety of the game. Let's see, what else? I believe 4 or 6 against San Diego State. He would have scored more than 6. I'm willing to bet pretty much everything I own on that. So, yeah. So we really would have only lost 1, and I'm not sure if we even would have lost it if we had him. So BYU is a good team. Utah's a horrible team. Timmy Allen is a punk. Refs suck. Just, yeah, garbage. Absolute freaking garbage. I'm pissed. But, yeah, next time you see me talking about BYU, or hopefully reacting. Well, maybe. Hopefully we don't even need to be reacting to them hitting another game winner. Also, TJ Haws, the guy that hit the buzzer beater against Houston, fouled out. You know why? Because the referees suck and called so many bad fouls. So Utah basically had to have the refs on their side and our 2 best players out for the last 4 minutes. We had to put in the freshman guy that's hardly gotten any minutes all year this year. Like, what are we supposed to do? These refs are garbage. They're garbage. And they're just garbage. You can't convince me any other way. But so I'll just leave it on that. Next time you see me, it'll hopefully be just reacting to BYU winning the national championship, or maybe they do something insane against, like, Gonzaga. Or is St. Mary's ranked this year? They play UNLV on Saturday, I think. So that'll be kind of fun. If you saw my power ranking, or my NFL picks, you kind of know what I'm going through on Saturday. Kind of a busy day. But, yeah. So, yeah. Then we play Utah State, who's 25, who should not be 25. They really aren't very good. But, yeah, just see you guys in the next video, whatever it might be. I have a few ideas, but just see you guys in the next video, and bye.